Okay. Yeah, let's continue with our concept art, like this, what we have right now. And as you see, we want to give some space to this guy to like make this figure, this character important. Like I don't put much stuff around him, like he's alone, to show his loneliness, like we're giving him a space around, and he just, and these, sorry, this kind of monument, like kind of a tomb, he's observing. And let's continue, but before I want to talk a bit about the art and emotions about art, because what I noticed, most of the artists, they are in our industry, they are mostly designers, and rarely you can find good art that explain emotions and good gesture to their good characters. I mean, explanation of the feeling of the characters. So it's very rare. Most of the time you can see something like super grotesque or not, like, or probably limited to no emotions at all, like it's just design work. So in the game industry, I have found only one guy who follow emotional part and really making art of the his project is Hideo Kojima, and recently I played Death Stranding and I find it quite interesting, and as I see that he take off lots of references and connections to the movies. He really loved to explore the old movies, as I am, so, and I want you to pay attention as well to the old movies and movies where good actors playing out great characters. So it's kind of interesting, and movies with good scenes to analyze their art part. Like here I want to show you, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, like Kwaidan. It's an like the movie I saw when I was a kid, and like since that I remember all these artistic gestures kind of to their emotions, and probably kind of a conscious part, like it's kind of symbolical, I can say. So let's see this shot, like okay, let's open it in Photoshop. Yeah, as you can see in this movie, it's kind of drama. It's not horror, I wouldn't say that it's horror, it's a drama about like the dreams and memories of the people and characters of the movie. So it's more about that, like with orientation of horror kind of. So it could be interesting to explore. Like as you can see, that character, his head is down, like, and we can see the light is on his back and shadow is here. So it says a lot that this guy is in green. He's kind of in deep thought about his past that comes from behind and falls on his back and project through this and dropping this, casting this shadow. So it's quite symbolical shot that I like. I like mostly projecting to you and trying to explain that symbolism is super important, and this is my way how to do art in entertainment industry and do art at all, like as it is. And let's check, like maybe, yeah, this is good shot to analyze. Like you can see there could be some hope in the future of this guy, because the light is on his frontal part, on his face, but behind they're kind of a grim, dull past that following this guy. And look at this matte painting behind, like it's kind of old movie, so matte painting is made probably on a glass old school way. So, and you can see it's foggy, brightness is very less behind, and it's kind of old construction that something is broken in this character life, but he has a hope for the future because he's unlighted and his frontal part has a little light reflection. It's quite important to keep emotional part of your art and movies and the games. So let's explore more shots. Yeah, probably. Yeah, another one. We can see it's old, you know, and dark, and only one hope that someone is there, that light comes from one window, one room. The rest of the stuff is kind of abandoned, and the light falls on this green foliage. Same again, give us hope. Yeah, this is two same shots. I really like them. Yeah, this is the same, just camera down. This shot, but the camera goes down, so we can see that abandoned gates and this guy standing in front of the gates, which is broken, but he can go forward to the light that goes towards him, and but the path is objected, like with high grass it says a lot that to make the way out of this grimy past, he has to go through this high grass. But it's possible because of it's a grass. It's possible. So it says a lot about what is going. Symbolically, it's super important shot and explains lots of stuff about the character and his willness. What is the he has to go through this, something like that. And yeah, this is interesting. Another shot I want to talk about. Maybe it's where it is. Also interesting shot. Let me find the right one. It's on another computer, so let me just drop it. Okay, it's here. Yeah, interesting shot, like how the director wanted to show this conversation. Let's open it in Photoshop. All right. This is our camera looking like this, and we have the character who's not looking to camera and actually talking, look somewhere here and talking to this character, and we can understand what kind of conversation is happening between these two. It's kind of little code because they're not standing to like this. This guy is not showing his back to us and talking like this face to face. No, between these two, like something deep is going on, and at the same time they're not talking truthfully to each other. So this shot is explaining and emotionally like showing us this kind of tension. So it's kind of interesting. And another shot similar to this one. Yeah, check this out. Look at this guy when he's talking, and we can understand that something is going on in his mind. He's not sure, like he's not looking at camera, he's looking somewhere aside, and at the same time, like his upper body and his body faced camera, but the face is has a side direction, and this lady is looking at him, so he's thinking what to answer. It's quite important to show that this character is not sure and like he's in doubt. That's how we can explain the thoughts of the character, and how we can explain the willness of the characters and what is in their mind, like these gestures and emotions. Not really emotions, probably gestures and body language can explain us more than just, you know, like people used to draw in comic books, like this is open mouth and like she's talking also open mouth. No, it's kind of complicated task to show what you want to explain by your art and your characters. So yeah, let's close it. All right, and let's continue with our concept art. So just look at this grid. So as we can see, the composition is quite perfect, like 1 2 3. We have row of 3 and our character in the middle, like this perspective that I really like Kubrick. I call it Kubrick perspective, and quite fascinated by this choice. And in this case, it's quite useful. All right, let's continue. And now I just want to make this in 3D with help of the bridge and this character, like not super simple, yeah, quite simple sketch in 3D, like just walking meshes and create the light and cast the shadows and like to use it. So let's start doing it. We have Maya, you can use Blender, we have Bridge. Oh yeah, and let me first use DAS to make this character, like the base mesh to use. All right, just any default guy that you can get for free. Just look at this pose, so we're just going to apply it. This guy, let's make him skinny because our alien droid is going to be skinny, or maybe not alien droid. He probably just droid from Earth. All right. Yeah. This is perfect. We just need quick body shape. Just let's make this pose. Mostly I'm working in 3D on Windows computer, because over there you can to render in Maya you can use GPU render and everything goes faster than on Mac. Like mostly I'm using my Mac for 2D stuff like Photoshop, After Effects and these kind of things, and Windows machine for the Unreal Engine, Maya and any rendering for 3D, so it works perfectly over there. And whatever has like Unreal Engine, it has mostly supported by DirectX, so it's kind of, and I believe if I install Unreal Engine on Mac, that it has only emulation of the any UPI engine, so probably works on OpenGL, but it's quite slow. Like let's see what I thought about this guy. It's my old painting, and this kind of robot also can go around, like, you know, kind of vacuum cleaner robot, but not vacuum cleaner, a scanner kind of. Could be friendly to this one. I used like satellite kind of this main character. Yeah, maybe over here we can make this height like expanded to this size, like to give attention to this what happening is here. Also, like, we're going to make this tomb, like kind of lying down, kind of semi-god or kind of like demigod sculpture on this tomb. So it's going to be cool. Like, this is the head. We're going to use this. As you can see, I made AI portrait in 2015. So that time we already knew what is going to happen. Be sure. And this kind of thing I want to add to his shoulders, like, you know, kind of. Yeah, let's continue. Let's check. This is the pose. Okay. Okay, let's save it. Let's not call it graveyard. Let's call necropolis. Necropolis. Robot. Robot, yeah, probably robot is better. Okay. All right. This is fine. Little bit in front, let's move it. Yeah, amazing. Let's tilt a bit his head like this. Yeah. Cool, now we have a base for the robot. Let's save it and export to FBX. Yeah, FBX is best. Necropolis robot, create the robot. All right, let's choose the version 2020 binary, merge flowers in the target. Okay, figures, props. All right, later if you buy some stuff, so we and add some props like clothes to your character, so be sure that include props to exporting. That, as you can see, the assets is going to be exported is marked as yes. So done, and be sure that to embed the textures into your file, into the model. I think if you have Blender, you can install some plugin for the Blender. I'm not sure, but by the way, FBX also works with any software. All right, let's do this. Import source images. Necropolis robot FBX. Let's see. All right, let's check if, yeah, we're not going to need, I don't think we're going to use these textures, but by the way, let's check all exported properly. So let's save it. Necropolis. Save and close. All right, perfect. We have this character as our base mesh that we're going to work on. Let's remove the skeleton. I'm going to need it. Let's delete all the history. We don't need it as well, since it's just a concept art. And all right, let's remove it. Here we have our, and in any case, let's adjust the shaders. Yeah, activity, we all don't need it. Ambient color, the causing power all goes to 0, most of them. Yeah, this is called the hypershade if you using Maya. So all right. We're not going to need these shaders. I'm just showing to you like how to make it renderable and looks fine in your images. If you import something from DAS that if you want to, if you buy a ready to render asset and want to like import in Maya, and if you have if you don't didn't install the older version of Maya, I think 2022, that you can directly use this plugin, but over here in new Maya it doesn't work, so that's why I'm exporting FBX, but on my Windows machine I'm all the time using this plugin. It's quite easy, you don't have to adjust if you have bought a ready to render asset and want to use it directly in your keyframe or concept art. So like just use it on Maya 22, in Maya 22. Alright, now we can, what I'm going to do is, here is our guy, so I'm going to, and this is our shot. Yeah, so we're going to make kind of quick stuff. This is going to be our block meshes for our tomb. And as well, yeah, I almost forgot about, we need to make like tomb statue that is lying down on the tomb, so kind of a monument. So let's make it simple. Documents. Yeah, this is our guy. Let's apply the basic pose on him and export to our scene later. Is there some basic pose? No. Over here. Strange, no basic pose. Okay, no problem. It's easy to make. Let's just create new scene. No, okay. This is our guy. Alright, and we need it like this. This is our basic pose of our laying statue on a tomb. Amazing. Perfect. Let's put it closer to each other. Yeah, like this. Export bigs statue tombs monument. Statue. Okay, perfect. Amazing. 2020. All right, all's fine. Let's check. Perfect. Done. Okay, and here we can make start making our guy. Is our reference. This is our guy. Let's put him here. Let's put him here. Yeah, cool. All right. This, let's try just let's make a quick a kind of skeleton. Just shift, I press shift button and applying bevel edge, so it's like this. Edge, yeah, perfect. Bevel edge, like maybe 0.2 is fine. Let's Ctrl D, duplicating, so everything I make from the cube is just primitive object. Yeah, just like this. Right click face, choose the face. So if you, I'm all the time using these kind of things. If you want to use soft selection, that nearby vertices or edges or faces to be selected, like you have a fall off radius, so you can make it bigger or smaller, so it's quite useful. Yeah, perfect for concepting the idea in 3D. Perfect. So yeah, let's build this fella. Okay, let's make like this. Save time to time your file. Vertices. Hop, like this. Quite fast we can arrange all this stuff around. Okay, W is the move tool, then when you press R it's a rotation tool, and scale tool is yeah, R is a scale tool, E is rotation tool, and W is move tool, and Q is just selection tool. So it's good to use the hotkeys all the time to make your work faster. All right. Let's duplicate a group. Ctrl G. Duplication is Ctrl D. Center pivot. and scale, just make it like this, mirror it. All right. Control D. Here goes our legs of our fella. Okay, Q. Sorry. Control D, Control G. Center pivot. And another leg is ready. All right. Save time to time. Here is our chest going on. Let's make it face. Okay. Extrude face. Sorry. Let's select the face, then the extrude face. Cool. Edge. Bevel edge. Fraction like this. It's going to be our chest. And let's make another plate. Like this frontal plank. Sorry, let's do like this. Just let's add subdivision, like couple is enough. And let's move this face and make it like this. And like this. Perfect. Amazing. Soft selection. I just double click on this move tool, so and then if you double click on rotation, that also you can change. Soft selection. Here also you can use volume, as right now the surface, just one surface, so you can make it global, that all this part is going to be selected, all the, objects around. Okay, this plank is ready. Perfect. Let's apply, sorry, let bevel edges up like this. If you apply bevel edges, you will have the reflection on the edge, so like it works perfectly. And object becomes more complicated. vertices. Okay, let's make it like this. Control D, R. All right, here we go. Let's save it. The head. Push the button F to get the selected object closer to the camera. That make camera satellite around the object you selected. Like it's easier to work on it and model. Yeah, like this. Can you see? And model and modify particular object. Face. Okay. Oops, sorry. Soft selection is not required. Cool. Push the R to change the scale. Cool. No, so let's just switch to the faces and just select particular faces too, and just push delete to remove selected faces. Yeah, like this is fine. Like this, all is perfect. Edge, below edges. Okay, perfect. Control D. Let's select this face. Okay. This is our head. Right, like this. Okay, now we have to make these threads. Yeah, my cat is meowing. All right. right? Cool. Okay. Now we have to make the arms. All right. Cool. Check this out. Interesting. Let's do like this. Make this lower body part like this. Let's repeat the bodies rotating like little bit, so let's repeat it. Make it a bit complicated, not just the block. Alright, the dreads we're going to make this way. Let's apply the magnet, like press it over here. And another thing, we're going to surfaces curves actually. Let's make, sorry. No. One moment. Let's, yeah. Why it's not working? Strange. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's move it to our guy. Over here. And let's switch to the side front view and apply the curve that comes from there. We're going to extract the circle and following this path of this curve. Okay, as you can see, we have it here, and now we can, yeah, let's control the word. What is happening today? Control vertex, come on. All right. Now I can see them. Let's apply soft selection. Yeah. Press F. Put it in the center. And select the circle, then select this curve. And surfaces, let's check what is the options. Yeah, tube, profile normal, so extrude. Cool. And now you can control it if you not deleted the history, so like this. Cool. And let's duplicate it. Okay. Surface? No, we don't need surface. Let's apply it again. Curves, surface, extrude. NURBS. Okay, NURBS. You have to choose this option, polygons in output geometry. So let's extrude. Amazing. This is what we need. And duplicate the center pivot. Cool. Now we have these things. We can multiply it as much as possible. Face. Cool. This is going to be our dreads. Cybernetic dreads. Okay. Let's modify it, adjust it a bit, the size of it, face, alright, yeah, perfect. He doesn't have ears, so we don't need them. Let's save and select this selection tool and select all of them. Sorry, this one is not selected. Control G, central pivot, and here we go, modify central. Okay. Duplicate it. And we have our character. Amazing. All right. Let's apply some different material on this guy because the skin texture we don't need, so let's use this standard surface Arnold shader and let's make okay, let's make it a bit darker. 75% rubber. Cool. Subsurface. Metalness is not required. Fine. Cool. Okay. This is our guy. Control G. All right, and we have now, yeah, where's our guy? Yeah, it's here. Cool. I just renaming it to import, to make possible to import our statue. Yeah, but first I selected these meshes, like these assets, from the software and library called Bridge. It's a Megascans Bridge, so this one is fine. Let's download it. 2K resolution of the textures is perfect, and let's have this one as well. Let me see, do I have, yeah, plugin is there. I'm not using my Mac often, so I have to check. Yeah, plugin is working. All right, we have this one is downloaded, so let's export it. Perfect. Now if we can see on our sketch, oops, so this is our tomb. Face, let's modify it a bit. Just work quickly. Just make it super quick. I'm not teaching you how to model, just make stuff for the concept art. Yeah, perfect, amazing. Let's check, do we have a texture? Textures is not applied. Let me check. Yeah, it's sometimes it happens, so we have to apply it manually. Yeah, this is it. Okay, all tomb. Graph network, all right. Middle, push the middle button of your mouse and just drag and drop over here. Here we go. So yeah, this is going to our tomb. Cool. Reference. Okay, here we go. Save time to time, and don't forget to make, as soon we added new object, new asset, let's save as another file like necropolis02. It will give us a chance to edit the previous steps if we did something wrong and mess with the file. Alright, and now we import this fella. Check this out. Let's remove the history. Control G. Our guy. Remove this. Didn't need it. let's keep our file optimized. Like, optimization is super important. Perfect. We have this now. Amazing. And I want to apply some quotes on top. Yeah, let's apply these texture and materials on these guys, so to blend it into one piece. Okay, select graph, the network, and select our new file and assign material to viewport selection. Perfect. Amazing. Now we have these. And I just want to apply. Okay, let's save again and save it as a new file. Okay, I want to make timeline bigger, like 3000. No, sorry, 3000 is fine. Save it and let's create. Okay, we don't have clothes over here. Let me activate the plugin. Okay, settings, preferences, plugin manager, go in here, and no, it's not like this. Okay, load the shelf, and here we can see the mouse script that activate. Yeah, this is end quotes. Perfect. Now we have this end quote shelf that we're going to need. I prefer to work with shelf over here. Yeah, I think you can add the quotes in the menu, but this is quite enough for us for our concept art sketching. All right, surface polymodeling. Yeah, we need just this plane. Okay, let's make it bigger like this to cover this part. Cool. Subdivisions 50. All right, and let's make this plane as a clothes. Just go to the clothes shelf section and apply this create clothes from the selected mesh. Hope it's done, and select these two fellas as the collision. Like these, assume we're going to press this button, like it's going to be clothes is going to be simulated above these our fellas, so they're going to be collided. Yeah, like this. Amazing. It's done. we can see these two is here, the rig and clothes, and the rig for two objects, two assets. So, and now we have just press play button and watch. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is I like. Cool. Now just just delete the history and we can edit it. Face. Okay. Let's choose sorts. Amazing sort selection. Okay. Don't need to see these. These can go down. This one as well. Right. Actually, if we make this file more smaller, so we can make it detailed. Let's try it one more time. Let's save it, by the way. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's group it. Modify center pivot. Make it. Oh, sorry. Let's choose everything. Let's group it, modify center pivot like this. Going back. Yeah, one new. So I want to add more resolution by making it smaller. Like it's cheaper way to add the resolution to the code. Here are our quotes. Let's press F. All right, apply 50 faces. Cool. Same way. And quotes. Apply it as a quotes. Now we select this and make it collision. Yeah, perfect. This is much better. History. Control G. Pilot. Okay. Going back to our and just remove this part. Freeze. Let's hide these parts. like this to see his arms. Cool. Now we can apply this material. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Let's define the shape. It's kind of deep, meaning the era of. So cool, look at this eye. Let's remove this eye as well. I mean, keep it clean. Yeah, perfect. And then, yeah, this is to export as well. Let's see. Let's save it. Now we have this. Let's check our, yeah, something like this. Let's modify it a bit. So selection bigger. Okay. All right. Let's find the stone with moss. This is nice. 3D assets. Yeah, this is cool. Maybe 4K resolution is fine. No, 2K is enough. Okay, all right. Okay, we have one. Let's export it, and we have it. Our Control G, center of pivot. We just need these two things for our scene to render. authenticated. All right. Fine. This is what we have. Let's make it a bit uneven, like little broken. Okay, we have these. All right, perfect, amazing, looks nice. And now probably, yeah, this most rock is downloaded. We can export now. All right, cool. Let's change the scale. And this is what we're going to do to blend it a bit with the ground, like was abandoned for so much time. All right. Let's save it, and that's it. We have our scene, and here we go. And next time I'm definitely going to talk about some theory, like something interesting you want to hear about art and entertainment and film and game industries. And here, and we're going to apply the light in our scene, like, and render it. And after that, we're going to use it in our sketch. In our sketch, like we're going to render only these parts as maybe we can build this one as well, and as we're going to render it as alpha channel, like these 1, 2, 3, maybe only these two, and this background is going to be painted and over painted as well, our rendered stuff. Like, by the way, I prefer to render not whole scene, like going to render it by layers to apply it with alpha channel and make possible to play with the layers in Photoshop later. So yeah, here we go. As well, I'm going to drop these references to our folder in Google Drive, and you can see all the stuff as well as my brushes and my references, my images as well I'm using in this show, and probably I'm going to drop this scene as well. Just looking into description of this video and you will get the files. Okay, stay with me, let's continue our cool stuff and keep it up. yeah, thank you very much.